Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Let's do a real quick sound check. Make sure the audio is good before we get started with tonight's stream. And then once that's confirmed, we'll go ahead and go right on into the information for tonight. So in the chat, just let me know if I'm clear, the audio is good, the sound is good. And as soon as we confirm that, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so everything so far appears to be good. So if at any point there is any issues, just let me know. I will monitor the chat here and we will address the issue, but we should be good. Shouldn't have any issues, prayerfully not, but thank you, brothers and sisters, for tuning in for tonight's stream. This is G.O.C.C. Fit, our bi-weekly health and fitness segment for the Gathering of Christ Church Fitness. All right, and tonight we will be discussing all things vitamin C. Right, all things vitamin C. And for those who have been watching in recent weeks, we've been diving into things on Friday nights every other week when it comes to our nutrition, when it comes to what we're putting in our bodies, what we're eating, also fitness, exercise. We've been more so dealing with the nutritional side of things when it comes to health. And so we've been talking a lot about nutrients, vitamins and minerals, right? And our last stream we did was all things vitamin C, vitamin B. All right, we went over the B vitamins. Tonight we're going to go over vitamin C. All right, so picking up where we left off, I wanted to show you brothers and sisters something real quick because there are several B vitamins. And I wanted to show you all something real quick. Show you something I have here when it comes to how do we more so get these things in our diet, okay? How do we get these nutrients? In this case, we were speaking about vitamin B last broadcast. I wanted to share something with you all. I have here in my hand, some of you may be familiar with this, nutritional yeast by Bragg's. Bragg's nutritional yeast. It says adds delicious flavor to foods. So this is actually a seasoning. And some people use it as a substitute for cheese for those people who maybe are lactose intolerant. But when you look on the back here, what you see on the nutrition facts is you see a whole lot of vitamins. And I don't know, that's kind of blurry. I don't know if that's going to pick up on the camera there, but I'll read it because I don't think it's going to come in. I think it's blurry. But on the back of this, it says Bragg Nutritional Yeast Seasoning provides great taste and nutrition when added to a wide variety of foods and recipes. Add to soups, dips, spreads, cereals, popcorn, juices, and smoothies for extra flavor. Its cheese-like savory flavor makes it a great nutritious alternative ingredient in recipes and most foods. Specifically designed to help meet the nutritional needs of vegetarians, vegans, and anyone wanting an excellent source of thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, folic acid, and vitamins B6 and B12. So basically, this nutritional yeast pretty much has all of your B vitamins. Okay, and it is actually, this is actually the real food. So this isn't something that's synthetic that you would, get someone who made this in a laboratory. This is actually a real food, and it's very simple. You just sprinkle a little bit of this on your food as a seasoning. You can put it in your salads, soups, you name it. You just sprinkle a little bit on, and if you look here on the back, it says one tablespoon has 420% of the daily recommended of thiamine, 500% of the daily recommended riboflavin, 160% of the recommended daily for niacin, 300% vitamin B6, 140% folate, and 470% vitamin B12. Okay, so this is not only going to give you, when we talk about the B vitamins, it's not only going to give you all of your B vitamins, but it's going to do it in a food manner so that you don't have to worry about, buying a supplement and, trying to figure out whether or not this is something that your body can identify and assimilate in the body, if it's synthetic or natural. Okay, you just want to make sure that it is, organic, non-GMO, as this one is. So it doesn't have to be bragg, but this is probably one of the more, I guess, available ones out there, more popular ones that's out there that I would recommend. Not only this particular one, but also to use this in your diet. Okay, if nothing else, a few times through the week. B vitamins are water soluble, so you really need them daily. But if you're using this several times throughout the week, then you're at least getting your B vitamins throughout the week. I wanted to show you all that. And another actual food supplement. When I say food supplement, it's actual food. It's not something that you would be synthetic, okay, or not natural, which is what our body needs to be able to use it. We also have here, some of you all also may be familiar with this, we have fresh bee pollen. Okay, fresh bee pollen. All right, and I'm going to read on here of what this has. What's so good about this? It says here, highly bioactive source, multivitamins, minerals, carotenoids, bioflavonoids, phytosterols, amino acids, fatty acids, enzymes, and more. All naturally occurring, nature's most balanced whole food. Okay, and just another way, 1 teaspoon is 1 serving, and just another way to get your vitamins, your minerals, enzymes, amino acids, fatty acids, all different kind of things that is going to be beneficial to the body. This is actually the pollen that's trapped from bees, and it's made into a granule form, and it doesn't take very much. You just eat a little bit of this, and you're going to be able to supplement in your diet in a healthy way, a bioactive way, meaning that it's something your body can actually use because it's natural. A good way to get these minerals, these nutrients in your diet, vitamins, minerals, all the nutrients. Okay, so something else I recommend, again, it doesn't have to be this particular brand. Doesn't have to be this brand. Just find you a nice, trusted source out there for bee pollen, and a good way to get your nutrients. Okay, so that's when I talk about getting your vitamins, getting your minerals. Those are the types of ways that I like to get them in my diet, because I know that my body can take them in very, very healthy, nutritious in my diet. And because with pills, you never know how natural it is, even for those sources out there that claim to be natural. All right, so is if we can get it from food, that's the best way. And these are just some food supplements. Okay, food supplements on top of what we're getting in our diet. So I wanted to share that real quick, and now we're going to go into, again, our information for tonight is all things vitamin C. All things vitamin C, and we're not going to be long. Again, this is just getting straight to the point, getting some information, everything that you can think of when it comes to vitamin C. What is it? Where do we get it? Where can we find vitamin C in nature so we can add it, make sure we're getting it into our bodies. What are some deficiencies of vitamin C? What are some, if we get too much of it in our diet, what is that going to cause? Just so we can identify whether or not we are taking advantage of this particular nutrient. And if we're lacking it, identifying the deficiency symptom so that we can make sure that we're getting this. Okay. So this comes off of medicalnewstoday.com. It says, vitamin C, why is it important? Here it says, vitamin C is a vital nutrient for health. It helps form and maintain bones, skin, and blood vessels. It is also an antioxidant. Okay, it says vitamin C occurs naturally in some foods, especially fruits and vegetables. Vitamin C supplements are also available. Other names for vitamin C include L-ascorbic acid, and L-ascorbate. In this article, learn more about why we need vitamin C, how much we need, and where to find it. Okay, why do we need vitamin C? Okay, vitamin C is water soluble, and the body does not store it. To maintain adequate levels of vitamin C, people need to consume food that contains it every day. So another water soluble vitamin. Okay, meaning if it's water soluble, these are vitamins that you must look to get into your diet daily so that you do not have any deficiencies. Okay, if they're fat soluble vitamins, it's stored in the liver. We don't have to worry about necessarily getting those in our diet every day because it's stored. But vitamin C is water soluble, so it's in and out the body, dispensed through water, and so we sweat it out, urinate it out, so it doesn't stay in the body for more than a day for the most part. The body needs vitamin C for various functions. Here are some of them. It helps the body produce collagen, L-carnitine, and some neurotransmitters. As an antioxidant, it helps remove unwanted substances known as reactive oxidative species from the body. So we're going to talk down the line about antioxidants. Basically, the cells have the propensity to oxidize. So something that is an antioxidant is going to prevent cells from oxidizing or aging. And when cells age, then they die. Okay. And the longer our cells live, the longer we live. The quicker they die, the quicker we have the propensity to die. Okay. So antioxidants, that's it in a nutshell. So vitamin C is looked at as an antioxidant. It also helps the body absorb iron. I'm going to talk about that more later. It boosts the immune system. I know a lot of people, when they get sick, one of the first things you hear people say, make sure you get a lot of vitamin C, right? It also enhances wound healing. Okay, wound healing. So, reactive oxidative species are substances such as free radicals that result from natural bodily processes, exposure to pollution, and other factors that can lead to oxidative stress, which can in turn cause cell damage. Vitamin C's antioxidant activity may help reduce inflammation and lower the risk of developing various conditions, including some cancers. So what you notice with a lot of these nutrients, vitamins and minerals, is that if you don't get them, or if you are getting them, then they can actually help to reduce your risk of developing cancer. And if you're not getting them, then your chances of getting cancer are greatly increased. So when we're eating foods that aren't nutrient dense, okay, we're eating foods that are processed or junk, okay, now we're running the risk of cancer. It says here, the body needs vitamin C to produce collagen. This is the main component of connective tissue and makes up 1 to 2% of muscle tissue. Collagen is a vital component in fibrous tissues such as tendons, ligaments, skin, the cornea, cartilage, bones, the gut, blood vessels. So I know there's been a huge collagen craze, right? That's out there right now. Collagen. Everybody going crazy over collagen, right? Well, one of the things the body needs to produce collagen is vitamin C. So without the vitamin C, you're going to have issues with collagen. It says here, low levels of vitamin C in the body can lead to scurvy. Symptoms of scurvy include swollen joints, bleeding gums, and loose teeth, anemia, and tiredness. Okay, benefits of vitamin C. Well, the benefits of vitamin C may include the following: wound healing. Vitamin C helps the body produce collagen and is present in skin, muscle, and other tissues. People with a low intake of vitamin C may experience slower wound healing, as their bodies will be less able to produce collagen. Okay, so if you were to get a cut, okay, anything were to happen to where now you have an abrasion on your skin, sore, any of those type of things, if you're not getting proper vitamin C, now it's going to take longer, or you may run into an infection because the wound can't heal from the lack of vitamin C. During times of recovery, healthcare professionals may recommend supplements for people with low levels of vitamin C. What else? Cardiovascular health. Vitamin C may benefit cardiovascular health for several reasons. Studies have suggested that it may have antioxidant properties, help widen the blood vessels, improve nitric oxide production, help reduce plaque instability and osteosclerosis. This could help protect against heart disease and hypertension or high blood pressure. So how many of us in our community, speaking of the black community, the minority community, have issues with blood pressure or hypertension or heart issues? Okay, well, vitamin C plays a major role in being a protectant against these things. All right, so if you're not getting your vitamin C, it could lead to these particular issues. It does say that there is not enough evidence to suggest that taking supplements will help protect heart health. Cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. Vitamin C may help lower the risk of cataracts and slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration. Okay, so when it comes to your vision, your seeing, things with your eyes, possibly vitamin C can help prevent vision issues. Okay, experts believe that oxidative stress may be a factor in both conditions, so any benefits may be due to vitamin C's antioxidant activity. Diabetes. How many people in our communities are having issues with diabetes? A 2019 study looked at 31 people aged around 60 years to see whether or not taking vitamin C supplements made a difference to their glucose levels after eating. After taking supplements for 4 months, the participants' glucose levels and blood pressure improved compared with taking a placebo. This suggests that vitamin C could one day be a treatment for diabetes. Anemia. Vitamin C enhances the absorption of iron, and some healthcare professionals recommend taking vitamin C supplements with iron tablets to improve absorption in people with iron deficiency anemia. Okay, so you may have some people who have a low iron in their blood, or have iron issues. Maybe they're anemic, whatever the case is. Well, if you're not getting the proper amounts of vitamin C, it's going to greatly impact your ability to be able to utilize iron effectively in the body. So you may look at it as, oh, my iron is low, I need to just get iron or just supplement iron. It may not be that you're not getting iron in your diet. It could be an issue where you're not getting vitamin C or enough vitamin C, or a combination of both. All right. So it's important to know these things so we don't just run out and just look to buy some iron pills. Well, let me make sure I'm getting the adequate amount of vitamin C in my diet with proper eating, so that now maybe my iron levels stabilize. Also in 2020, you see where people took iron supplements. Some people took vitamin C with their iron supplement. And you saw where it says here, both groups saw similar increases in iron, suggesting that vitamin C supplementation is unnecessary for this purpose. So there are some reports out there that vitamin C may not affect iron. So ultimately, this is the reason for making sure that we're getting a well-balanced diet, because if you're getting a well-balanced diet, you get a little bit of everything, of the nutrients in your body, and then whatever is needed. If one mineral or one vitamin is needed for the other to work, you have them there in your body, and you don't have to worry about trying to figure out the formula or the equation. Okay. But this is good things to know, as it could, greatly be part of maybe the things that are happening with us that could actually fix the issues that are happening. Pollution, air pollution. We talked about chemtrails, right? Air pollution consists of various substances and chemicals that can have a negative impact on people's health. Some research has suggested that a combination of vitamin C and vitamin E may have an antioxidant effect that can help reduce symptoms of asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Okay, so again, another area where vitamin C may help. But as we can see here, it's not hurting us, right? You're not going to see where having this in our diet is actually a detriment to us, but you only see areas where it's beneficial. Okay, we see where if we're not getting it, it can be detrimental. Allergies. During an allergic reaction, the immune system triggers an inflammatory response that can lead to symptoms such as swelling and hives. During this process, the body produces ROS, which can lead to oxidative stress. A 2018 study, 71 people with skin or respiratory allergies received various doses of intravenous vitamin C, and the researchers observed the severity of the participants' symptoms. Their paper concludes that taking a high dose of vitamin C may help reduce allergy symptoms. So for those of us that are out there who struggle with sinus issues, breathing, respiratory, asthma, Again, vitamin C can be a big help, potentially. They also found evidence to suggest people with low vitamin C levels were common with people who had allergies. Motion sickness. 2014 study. Some people took vitamin C, some people took a placebo. Those who took the supplement had lower levels of seasickness. All right. Can vitamin C help treat the common cold? Okay, many people believe that vitamin C can cure a common cold, but research has not confirmed this. However, taking dosages of 200 milligrams or more per day may benefit people who participate in extremely physical activity, have exposure to cold temperatures, have low level of vitamin C due to smoking. All right. So again, there is studies that show that this can help us during these times of sickness. Whenever we get sick, cold, flus, things like that, it can actually help us. All right. Vitamin C in cancer therapy. Okay. It may be able to help treat cancer because it is an antioxidant. Okay. Because antioxidants protect against oxidative stress. All right. And this oxidative stress leading to cell damage may play a role in some cancers. All right. Also, it shows there are some studies that show that vitamin C may slow the growth of cancer. Okay. You also have, what else do we have here? One second. Vitamin C can treat cancer, fatigue, infections. All right. Here we have the requirements of vitamin C. How much you should be getting a day. All right. And a good, this is if you were to take a supplement to know if you're, taking too much. To make sure you're not taking more than what's needed. But as long as you're getting the proper foods in your diet, which we're going to talk about here in a moment, then you shouldn't have an issue with getting all the vitamin C. Our issue is just making sure that we're eating properly, right? So now let's talk about sources. Okay, where do we find vitamin C in our food? The best sources of vitamin C are fresh fruits and vegetables. However, heat and cooking in water can destroy some of the vitamin C content in these foods. So eating raw foods is best. Okay, and I've probably said this many times that when it comes to your fruits, your vegetables, mainly your vegetables, because I don't think people really cook fruit like that, but you want to eat them as raw as possible. Okay, lightly steam your veggies if you want, a little heat to them, a little, maybe a little softer, but you don't really want to cook them. Eat too many, cooked vegetables. You want them more raw. This preserves the vitamins, the minerals, the enzymes of these foods. Some good sources of vitamin C include red and green peppers, oranges and orange juice, grapefruit, kiwi fruit, strawberries, spinach and other green leafy vegetables, tomatoes, potatoes, green peas. Okay, so many places where we can find vitamin C when we talk about plant food, vegetables and fruit. We'll talk more about this here in a moment. Coming back here to the article. People who are at risk of vitamin C deficiency, those who smoke, or those who have exposure to secondhand smoke. Infants who consume only evaporated or boiled milk. people who do not consume a varied diet, people with certain health conditions, especially those that involve intestinal malabsorption. How much is too much? Okay, taking too much vitamin C is unlikely to cause any significant problems, but if a person consumes more than 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C per day, they will not absorb it all. This may lead to diarrhea and gastrointestinal discomfort. Okay, also because if you take too much, your body cannot store it. And so taking a lot of supplements of vitamin C can possibly result in kidney stones. Okay, so mainly issues within your organs. Okay, your organs that are going to filter, like your intestines and your kidneys, because it's trying to get it out because it's too much. Okay, but other than that, you're not going to really run into too many issues with too much vitamin C. But it's not, if you're eating properly, you really don't need a vitamin C supplement. At least not a supplement that has a high percentage. Maybe a supplement that maybe has a small percentage of vitamin C, right? And it just depends on what you're doing, because you may, for whatever reason that day, maybe you're fasting and you're not getting your vitamins and minerals that day. You may take a food supplement to get the vitamin C, or you're traveling, and because you're traveling, you're not able to eat the way you normally would eat, and you may have a vitamin C supplement or whatever supplement to help make sure that you're getting these things that you would not get from the food that you're eating while you're traveling. Okay, so these are some of the reasons why you would need to supplement, to make sure that you're supplementing it. Somebody, let's say if you're a air flight attendant and you're constantly traveling, you're living in a suitcase, you're eating out a lot, probably the foods don't have the most nutrients in them. There's a lot of stress from that type of life. These are reasons why you would need a nutrient supplement to make sure that you're getting these particular supplements or these particular nutrients. There are some vitamins and minerals that are recommended to make sure that you're getting, because they're hard to get in the diet. But vitamin C is not one. Okay, you may get sick, and when you're sick, you may make sure that you're taking a vitamin C supplement to make sure you're getting it, because it is shown to help with the immune system. Okay, but it is not one that I would say that is hard to get if you just have a balanced diet. Summary: vitamin C is an antioxidant and essential nutrient that has many functions. For example, it helps produce collagen, reduce oxidative stress, and enhance wound healing. Fresh fruits and vegetables are good sources of vitamin C. Some people take supplements, but it's always best to check with a healthcare professional first to make sure they are safe to use. Okay, and so I will give you all this article. I will put it in the description box later so that you all will have this as well as the other articles that we're going to be going through. Of course, we have an article here off healthline.com. More references here: vitamin A benefits, deficiency, toxicity, and more, which pretty much just what's this vitamin A? I don't know how this popped up here. All right, this one is vitamin C. 7 impressive ways vitamin C benefits your body. All right, may reduce your risk of chronic disease. May help manage high blood pressure, may lower your risk of heart disease, may reduce blood uric acid levels and help prevent gout attacks, helps prevent iron deficiency, boosts immunity, protects your memory and thinking as you age. Okay, so those are just 7 things that vitamin C can help with there. All right. So one specifically dealing with what the benefits of vitamin C has for your body. Right. We also have here 20 foods that are high in vitamin C. This one specifically dealing with just, where can we, find it for our food, our diet. Kakadu plums. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard of this before. Or if I have, I didn't know it was called that. And I thought it was something else. But this is an Australian native superfood containing 100 times more vitamin C than oranges. It has the highest known concentration of vitamin C. Okay, so if you can get your hands on some Kakadu plums, then I would say you would be doing good when it comes to vitamin C, right? Acerola cherries are another good source of vitamin C, as well as a lot of other great nutrients. Rose hips. Number 3 we have here, rose hips, which is the sweet, tangy fruit from the rose plant, loaded with vitamin C. Chili peppers. So for those of you who like, a little spice, chili peppers, vitamin C. Number 5, guavas. All right, high vitamin C. 6, we have sweet yellow peppers. And it says here the vitamin C content of sweet or bell peppers increases as they mature. Okay. One large yellow pepper provides 380% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin C. Okay, so that's what I was saying. If you're getting a well-balanced diet, you're going to get your nutrients. Black currants, number 7. Okay, cantaloupe, number 8. Parsley, number 9. Mustard spinach, number 10. Kale, number 11. Kiwis, number 12. Broccoli, number 13. Brussels sprouts, number 14. Number 15, lemons. Number 16, lychees. 17, American persimmons. 18, papayas. 19, strawberries. And 20, oranges. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways that you can get vitamin C in your diet, because for some people, you may look at that list and maybe you don't like everything in that list. But try to find a few things in there that you like so that you can mix it up so you're not eating the same thing, because they all have different nutrients in them. So you don't want to just eat broccoli every day, because you might be missing out on what another vegetable may have in it that has similar things that broccoli has in it that you're eating it for. So the more variety that you can eat, the more likely that you're going to cover all your bases when it comes to your nutrients. Okay, we also have here 15 signs and symptoms of vitamin C deficiency. So the issues that can come, if you're experiencing any of these issues, it could be if you're not getting enough vitamin C. Rough, bumpy skin. We also have corkscrew-shaped body hair. Could be a sign. Bright red hair follicles. Number 3. Number 4, spoon-shaped fingernails with red spots or lines. 5, dry, damaged skin. 6, easy bruising. So if you're someone who bruises easily, I know, typically this is something that, women may deal with, and it, may not have to do with vitamin C. Could just be being, women are softer. But bruising occurs when blood vessels under the skin rupture, causing blood to leak in the surrounding areas. So easy bruising, because remember, vitamin C helps when it comes to wound healing in our skin. So if you're easy to bruise, it could be poor collagen from vitamin C deficiency. Number 7, slowly healing wounds. Number 8, painful swollen joints. Number 9, weak bones. So somebody may look at weak bones as just, I don't have enough calcium. Well, that could be true, but vitamin C also can have an effect on weak bones. So something else to keep in mind. Number 10, bleeding gums and tooth loss. Number 11, poor immunity. Number 12, persistent iron deficiency anemia. 13, fatigue and poor mood. 14, unexplained weight gain. 15, chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. All right, and then it goes into some of the foods we talked about where you can get your vitamin C. All right, so now that we've shown this on a couple different health websites, I like to go into this document here by the World Health Organization, because you want to have, I'm pretty sure a lot of you, those of you who are, past the high school and college years, you remember writing those papers, and whenever you write papers, your teacher would tell you, okay, when you write your paper, you got to have references. Always cross-reference, always have 2 or 3 references to things that kind of back each other up. So it kind of more so confirms from multiple sources, and you can get a solid, stable understanding of whatever the topic is. So here we have the WHO's vitamin and mineral requirements in human nutrition, 2nd edition. All right, this was 1998. And 2004. All right, so let's find vitamin C here. We're going to go straight. I think it's page 130. Yes, for page 130. And we're just going to get a couple things here to see if what we've read so far in these articles, if it is confirmed and backed up here with this WHO document, and then we'll conclude tonight's stream, or we'll wrap up this stream for this particular topic. Okay, so we have it here. Vitamin C, it has 2 main names that it's known by: ascorbic acid or ascorbate. Vitamin C is synthesized in the liver in some mammals and in the kidney in birds and reptiles. However, several species, including humans, non-human primates, guinea pigs, Indian fruit bats, and Napoli's red-vented bulbils are unable to synthesize vitamin C, meaning that we must get it in our diet. We can't make it in our bodies, whereas some animals are able to. When there is insufficient vitamin C in the diet, humans suffer from the potentially lethal deficiency disease, scurvy. Okay, we talked about that earlier. Vitamin C is an electron donor, reducing agent or antioxidant. All right. And again, this is a very highly scientific document here. So if you're really into the science and you're real sciencey, then this document is for you. But I think for a lot of people, speaking this would not be speaking in layman's terms. So just have a few things highlighted here that would, probably resonate and edify better to make, keep it simple, right? A common feature of vitamin C deficiency is anemia. The antioxidant properties of vitamin C may stabilize folate in food and in plasma. So we talked about folate, our last nutrition stream, and folate is a B vitamin. Okay, so we see vitamin C working together with a B vitamin. Vitamin C promotes absorption of soluble non-heme iron, possibly by chelation or simply by maintaining the iron in the reduced form. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of similar school of thoughts here that vitamin C helps when it comes to iron absorption, the body being able to use iron. And really, to be able to get this effect, it can be achieved with the amounts of vitamin C obtained in foods. Excuse me. So, if we're getting vitamin C in our foods, then we'll be okay with our iron. Consequences of vitamin C deficiency. It says from the 15th century, scurvy was dreaded by seamen and explorers forced to subsist for months on diets of dried beef and biscuits. Scurvy was described by the Crusaders during the sieges of numerous European cities and was also a result of the famine in 19th century Ireland. All right, so of course, where there's famine, okay, then you're going to have deficiencies with vitamins and minerals. If you're just eating dried beef and biscuits, okay, then yeah, you're going to be probably more deficient than just vitamin C because you're not getting a well-rounded diet. So this scurvy happened because, seamen or those who would work on ships, they only have access to certain foods. Okay, vegetables, fruit, that stuff really can't store, at least not in old times, like beef and biscuits can. So therefore, you have deficiency, you have disease setting in. 3 important manifestations of scurvy: gingival changes, pain in the extremities, and hemorrhagic manifestations precede edema, ulcerations, and ultimately death. It says here, in infantile scurvy, the changes are mainly at the sites of most active bone growth. Okay, so for children, they're going to have issues with growing in their bones if they have scurvy or vitamin C deficiency. Okay, what else do we have here? It says populations at risk for vitamin C deficiency. Populations at risk of vitamin C deficiency are those for whom the fruit and vegetable supply is minimal. Okay. Epidemics of scurvy are associated with famine and war, when people are forced to become refugees and food supply is small and irregular. And so that's something that to keep in mind. As we know, we've been told by our government that we're going into a food shortage. We now see this thing going on about a war with Ukraine and Russia. So in times of war, famine, where are you going to get your vegetables and fruit from? Because these things are perishable. All right. Meaning they don't last that long off the branch or a vine once they've been picked, especially if you can't store them somehow in a, place of cooling, refrigerator. You don't have electricity. So now scurvy starts to set into the population. All right, dietary sources. Okay, let's see if we get some of the same, hopefully more, places where we can find vitamin C in our diets. We have here ascorbate is found in many fruits and vegetables. Citrus fruits and juices are particularly rich sources of vitamin C, but other fruits including cantaloupe and honeydew melons, cherries, kiwi fruits, mangoes, papaya, strawberries, tangelo, tomatoes, and watermelon also contain variable amounts of vitamin C. Vegetables such as cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, bean sprouts, cauliflower, kale, mustard greens, red and green peppers, peas, and potatoes may be more important sources of vitamin C than fruits. Right? I don't think too many of us have an issue with eating fruit, for the most part. I think if you ask a person, the biggest challenge for them is eating vegetables. Okay, but according to this WHO document, eating vegetables may be more important sources of vitamin C than fruits are. Okay, because I think most people think vitamin C, they think oranges or lemons, something like that. But, the thing that we're lacking in our diet, which is primarily not only vegetables, but raw vegetables, is where we're going to be missing out on a lot of the vitamin C potential there in our diet. But the reason why, it says, given that the vegetable supply often extends for longer periods during the year than does the fruit supply. Okay, so what's going to happen as things get tight, and vegetables they're more readily available from year in and year out, whereas fruits aren't. So fruits aren't that abundant, but vegetables are. But we don't like vegetables, we like fruit. Well, you're going to run the risk of having some deficiencies and disease setting in by not getting nutrients like vitamin C. It says here, the vitamin C content of food is thus strongly influenced by season, transport to market, length of time on the shelf and in storage, cooking practices, and the chlorination of the water used in cooking. All right. So where's your produce coming from? How's it being transported? How long is it sitting on the shelf? How are you preparing it? Are you cooking it? Okay, what type of water are you using? Is it chlorinated? See, all these things now affect the ability to get vitamin C out of that particular food that you're looking to get it from. Right? So this is the importance of us having our own. Because it ain't nothing like picking fresh fruit or vegetable off the vine. You're going to get it at its most potent form of nutritional value when you pick it fresh off the vine versus something that's been picked, it's being transported, It's being stored. Maybe they sprayed it with something to preserve it before they shipped it so that it transports and that it gets on the shelf and it's sitting there for a long time and doesn't start to rot or mold, right? And then what is that they're spraying on it, or what are they using to preserve it? You see what I'm saying? So all these things now matter when we're talking about health and nutrition. And again, we can only do the best that we can do. All right? You're going to do the best that you can do. We're not all blessed to be able to have land, have our own vegetable gardens, crops, fruit trees where we can just go and pick this stuff. But it does show us that, this is the direction we should be headed towards. Even if you can have a small garden where you have some of these things that you can grow and get them straight from the earth, straight from the ground. All right. Even if you live in an apartment, maybe a few containers, here we see peppers have vitamin C. They have other nutritional value. If you were just able to grow some peppers or some tomatoes on your balcony or something, who knows how far it will go for you if you're just able to do a little something. Okay, but ultimately our goal is getting back to the land, right? Getting back to the earth so that we have control over the process, because yes, when you're getting food that's on a shelf or at the store, that's still a process. Okay, it's a lesser part of the process, but you want to control the process. So that way you know exactly what's, you're putting it into the ground, what you're using for fertilizer, you're putting your spirit into it. Okay, it's a total different experience whenever you do that and you're eating that end product than what you're getting from the store. And anybody out there who's had experience with that can probably attest to what I'm saying, right? But nonetheless, it says here, heating and exposure to copper or iron or to mildly alkaline conditions destroys the vitamin, and too much water can leach it from the tissues during cooking. Okay, so again, this is the reason why, not that you can't cook vegetables, okay, nothing wrong with cooking vegetables, but equally enough, you should be getting raw veggies in also. Okay, salads. It's the easiest way. You can get, some nice, romaine lettuce, some, nice, not iceberg, but some nice lettuces that are out there. Baby butter lettuce is all the different, other type of lettuces out there. Some kale, throw some kale in there. And then you can just throw whatever vegetables you like in there. And you can make it however you want. All right, now that's an easy way to get in your veggies is just through salads, right? You can even, spice it up a little bit with seasonings. Like I told you, grab a little bit of nutritional yeast here. You get your B vitamins. You get some good, flavor to it. Almost tastes like cheese. Has a cheese type of taste to it, right? This is what we have to be keeping in mind. Kind of transitioning ourselves to eating this way, because the way we're eating is killing us. We're getting sick. We're dying young. We're getting cancers from the other ways of eating, and no one's really addressing the elephant in the room. Okay, what is this person eating? What is their diet? What is their exercise life like? What is their activity level? We're not talking about these things. We're just accepting the reality of being sick and looking for a miracle pill that's going to fix our problems. And it just doesn't work like that. Okay, so we have to start making a shift. And again, it doesn't have to be every single meal you eat has to be, to this strict level of eating. But just has to be some balance. And if you're going to tip the scale, you need to start tipping the scale more towards the healthy side. Okay. What else do we have here? Let's see if there's anything else. Pregnant and lactating women During pregnancy, there is a moderate increased need for vitamin C, particularly during the last trimester. So for you mothers out there, whether you're expecting or you're looking to have children in the future, or you're in your last trimester, this is something to maybe look into. The fact that vitamin C is very important, okay, during the last part of pregnancy. It's also important when it comes to breast milk. And we talked earlier about, this heating up, the boiling of the milk, how it boils the vitamin C out of the milk. All right. Anything else? I think that might be it. Okay, the toxicity, we talked about this earlier. Potential toxicity comes from or leads to intraintestinal events. Okay, and effects of the metabolites in the urinary system, metabolites in the urinary system. Unpleasant diarrhea. Okay, so too much vitamin C, and it probably doesn't come from eating food. It's probably more likely coming from, you're supplementing and taking too much, a high percentage of vitamin C. It's going to cause intestinal issues. Or it can, right? I think that's about it here. Yeah, so that's it. And so that that wraps up our stream for tonight. Okay, all things vitamin C. So I pray and hope that this has been edifying, that there's been edification received here with this information that's come out tonight, as well as motivating. Okay, not only edifying, but also motivational. I know it can be hard to not necessarily always want to put forth the effort to when it comes to our diets. We just want to reach for the simple, easy meal, the fast food, the burger, whatever. Hopefully this is motivational and inspirational for us to start putting more attention into our diets and what we eat. All right, and until next time, here on G.O.C.C. Fit, and our next installment of this series, where we talk about all things related to our health and fitness, nutrition and fitness. I pray that you brothers and sisters out there stay blessed, stay well and healthy in your bodies, to good eating and good exercise. And we will see you brothers and sisters here next time. Peace and blessings. Shalom.